about a true story.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Start wearing purple.
Jim Ilias, two-time state placer, Cypress Lake High School.
Joseph Cruz and 2013.
I'm Mario Vega. I wrestled for South Myers for 3 years and Cypress my senior year. Went to states twice.
I'm Nick Anthony. I went to Fort Myers High School, Cypress Lake Wrestling Club, and I now go to UCF and wrestle, starting 141 pounder.
I'd say probably the biggest difference is that in college the guys are a lot more intense than they are in high school. It's like they don't give you a break in matches if you take it easy on them.
Chain wrestling, I think, in my opinion. Smart wrestling and chain wrestling. It's a lot of time moves together. Same moves that high school kids know, just time together. Smart wrestling.
Intensity. Like the difference is, it's worlds apart. It's like in college, it's more intense pace-wise, and you're going at the guy more, like way more than you were in high school. Because in high school, you're kind of just trying to do your own thing and worried about technique. But in college, it's more technique and way more intensity than it was in high school.
Now that I'm back, I notice a lot more mistakes that were made in high school. At the time I was in high school, I didn't notice all those mistakes, but now that I've been around all these college guys for about a year and a half now, I'm able to pick up all that quicker. Like in a college match, if you make a mistake, they'll capitalize on it immediately. You don't get a second chance.
I'd say the biggest difference is in mentality and the way you wrestle. You have to go out there and everyone's experienced enough to the point where every match is going to be a tough match. It's not like you can go out there and the first couple matches are like easy kids. Like every single match throughout the bracket is a tough one. So you have to be able to go out there and mentally get through matches and break people. And it's going to be a process of he's at this intensity, he goes up there, you got to match him. He goes up there, you got to match him. And theoretically, what you want to do is you want to stay ahead of him the whole time, and eventually he'll break.
I mean, you'll get guys like kind of fooling around a little bit at the beginning of practice, but once practice starts, they tighten up and they talk less, and it's all about trying to get a good practice in.
In high school, I was probably not aggressive enough against the guys that, even if I double leg them, I'd set them down kind of easily. I was always afraid that I'd get like disqualified for slamming them too hard, but I've learned that in college you can't just take these on them. They'll be going pretty hard on you. If you let up on them, they'll just they'll give them a shot to escape or reverse you. They're a little tougher in college, but it's not that bad. But you still have to be on top of your work and not get off all the time.
I'll probably wait. What was the question again?
It's a lot more responsibility, time management. You're out there by yourself. But classes aren't really that hard. It's just time management. If you manage your time well, you do well in school.
Biggest difference I'll probably say is probably like the timing. Like the time you get to pick your own schedule in college and the classes that you want to take. So that really helped a lot. You know, instead of taking a class that you really wouldn't be interested in. Freedom, I think there's like more freedom, and you get more of an ability to choose what you want to do. Yeah, for classes and professors. Sometimes it can be a bad thing. It can lead to a lot of procrastinating. You get lots of distractions. You lose track of time quickly.
Class-wise, it's going to be a lot more learning things on your own. A lot bigger class sizes. You're having class less times a week. A lot of times classes will just be like Tuesday, Thursday. Homework assignments are up to you. They're not graded, so everything is based on tests. So you have to really know your stuff, and your professors aren't going to help you too much. They're going to have their lecture where they give you your lecture, and whatever you hear, you remember, and whatever you don't, you don't. So you're going to have to do a lot of the reading yourself, a lot of the studying yourself, and make sure you have to do your homework. That's the key, is just keeping up with everything. I'd say the best way to do well in your classes is to actually read some of the material before you go to class so that you know what he's talking about before you go there. Because if you go there and it's over your head, you're not going to be able to follow him at all, and then you're just going to be playing catch up for the rest of the semester. There are some classes that you are not going to like, but you have to take it, but you just got to get through it, really. Probably the routine of learning to go into practice every day, drilling stuff slowly. I've Before you get into college, you really need to have a good base of technique, like obviously knowing what a single and stuff is, but you need to have a strong foundation before you go into college, because as soon as you go to college, it's all back to the basics. There's really no fancy stuff at all. So I'd say learning the basics and perfecting a move that works for you. Like, I still use most of the same things that I used in high school. I mean, obviously, like, I changed it up a little bit and adapted when I got into college, but forming a strong foundation is probably the key, and just learning to get a good warm-up routine and what works for you.
Wrestling always taught me to always keep moving forward and to always work hard and never give up.
Dedication, possibly.
Being more positive when I go into my matches and stay focused.
I had good coaches, so I had good technique, had good conditioning, and told me to keep working hard, keep up my discipline, and pretty much that's it.
This question, I didn't even thought about this. Yo, we're gonna have to redo this.
The classes here in high school got me interested in different classes I'd like in college. Like I enjoy like math and physics and computer classes, so that's most of the classes I take now. Probably what I'm going to major in next year or two.
High school was pretty easy. I'm just kidding.
Honors classes helped prepare me for, like, responsibility-wise, a lot of homework.
I had a lot of stuff thrown at me in high school, so I learned to balance like heavy workloads with wrestling. So I guess just study habits. In college, you can do your work and theoretically still not do as well because of the whole aspect of it's all tests. But you have to spend a lot of time studying.
Most important thing I learned was to keep moving forward, to never give up for sure.
While getting my work done, so I'm able to come into practice early.
I'll probably say Miss Newsom, Coach Little, Mrs. Prito. Those are like my favorite teachers. Coach Cannon for sure. Those are my favorite teachers at Cypress.
I'll say Mr. Gomez for Spanish.
Learn how to study. Once I didn't have to, but like I still did, because I was still worried about my grades. Even if I felt like I was gonna do good, I'd still study a little bit, just in case.
So I'd say just study habits is what prepared me.
One is to never give up, and two is that to never make excuses, because excuses are tools of the incompetent, and those who master in them major in a world of nothingness.
I wish I would have known it's the same stuff that we do in high school, it's just smarter wrestling. It's just like not getting in bad position, keeping good position, wrestling smart, taking good shots, stuff like that.
While you're at practice, go as far as you can.
To practice what they learn and more like chain wrestling.
Make sure in the off season you're on a good lifting plan and you don't worry about weight too much. Get down to a lean body fat, and then you shouldn't cut any more than 5 pounds, because you're still in high school, you need to be growing, and then you can mature when you get to college. David Taylor, he set a goal for himself. He said, I want to wrestle 135 next year, and he just let his body grow and mature.
The best thing to do during a practice would be to always listen to coach. Whatever he says, do immediately.
It may seem like real small and insignificant now, but later on, like it might actually be worth something. Like for me, like a huge example, we had crab rides at the beginning of every like off-season practice, and I always thought to myself, when am I ever gonna use this? Like I don't crab ride, I hate this, it sucks. And then once I got to college, that became like my main thing. Like I destroy guys on crab ride. Like it's just my go-to. Like if I end up on top, it's gonna be a crab ride, and they won't be able to get out.
Keep working at it. Just like, I don't know, you keep putting in the work, you get out the benefits of good work.
Just give your partner the best workout you can give them every day.
So like when they go into a wrestling match, to stay focused.
Work hard now, prepare yourself for college, enjoy your time in high school. It's not going to be that much longer until you graduate, and you'll wish that you had all this time back.
Don't get kicked out of the team for your girlfriend.
Success is not a goal, it's a byproduct.
All your sanity and wits, they will all vanish. I promise.
Power to the purple!
It's just a
Power to the purple, yeah.
Power to the purple.
Power to the purple.
Alright guys, I gotta get back to my workout. See you guys.
I know, yeah.
Alright. How many reps? Can you rock out one-handed pull-ups on you? What about other hand?
Alright.
What about a no-handed pull-up?